What if someone told you that one of the most respected football institutions on the planet no longer knows who it is? A club that didn't just win trophies, but taught football to the world, now struggling to string together basic performances. This is not a clickbait nightmare, this is Ajax. And what you re-witnessing isn't a temporary dip in form, it is a collapse, decades in the making. Ajax was never supposed to be just another club. Ajax was an idea, a philosophy, a football school disguised as a team. Players didn't simply arrive in Amsterdam to play matches, they arrived to be educated. Positioning, intelligence, bravery, technique. Ajax built footballers the way universities build minds, and for generations it worked beautifully. But football has a cruel habit. The moment you forget who you are, it reminds you, violently. Here on Sportx Radar, we look beyond the scorelines. And when you do that with Ajax, the picture becomes painfully clear. The club didn't collapse overnight. It slowly drifted away from its identity, made one questionable decision after another, and eventually found itself completely lost. Ironically, Ajax has been here before. In the early 2000s, the club became obsessed with the business side of football. Buy young, sell fast, repeat. Profit was healthy, but the soul wasn't. Results declined, European relevance faded, and Ajax started to feel more like a marketplace than a football institution. Then came the reset. In 2011, Johan Cruyff stepped back into the picture, and with him came memory, principles, and clarity. Cruyff understood something modern football often forgets. You can build a future without respecting your past. He placed people who knew Ajax into key roles: Edwin van der Sar, Mark Overmars, former players. Football people raised inside the system. The effect was immediate, but not rushed. Ajax rebuilt patiently. Youth development flourished again. Transfers became intelligent instead of expensive. The club started to feel like Ajax again, and Europe noticed. The peak of that revival came under Erik Ten Hag. Ajax didn't just compete in the Champions League, they captivated it. The 2019 run wasn't luck, it was structure, courage, and belief. Real Madrid were outplayed, Juventus were overwhelmed. A young Ajax side reminded the football world that money doesn't always beat ideas. But success is dangerous, because success attracts buyers. The squad was dismantled piece by piece. Frenkie de Jong left, Matthijs de Ligt left, Ziyech, Van de Beek, others followed. Ajax did what Ajax always does. They sold. The money came in. But this time, the reinvestment didn't match the philosophy. When Erik Ten Hag left for Manchester United, the cracks turned into fractures. Shortly after, Mark Overmars was forced out following a scandal. In one moment, Ajax lost both its tactical brain and its transfer compass. And what followed was chaos. The club handed sporting control to Sven Mislintat, a man with zero connection to Ajax culture. What happened next felt like a parody. Over 100 million euros were spent on players who didn't fit the style, didn't fit the mentality, and in many cases, didn't fit the level. Ajax went from developing talent to collecting strangers. Coaches came and went. In just 2 seasons, Ajax worked with 7 different managers. Football teams need rhythm. Ajax had none. Even when Francesco Farioli arrived, the debate didn't stop. The football might have been structured, but it didn't feel like Ajax. Possession without courage, control without imagination. For a club raised on attacking freedom, it felt like wearing someone else's clothes. The results reflected it. Heavy defeats at home, European embarrassments. The Johan Cruyff Arena, once a fortress, became a place of anger and disbelief. Protests escalated. Matches were interrupted. Fans didn't just complain, they exploded. Because Ajax fans don't just support results, they protect identity. And the squad? A painful sight. A 41-year-old goalkeeper expected to save a broken system. A defense lacking confidence, a midfield without personality. Young academy players thrown into chaos, asked to fix problems they didn't create. Instead of growing, they're suffocating under pressure. Now, in desperation or hope, the club once again looks to the Cruyff name. Jordi Cruyff is being considered as sporting director. The symbolism is obvious, the intention is clear, but the task is enormous. Because this isn't just about transfers, it's about rebuilding trust, structure, and belief. Ajax doesn't need more money. Ajax needs memory. It needs patience. It needs to stop pretending it can shortcut its own philosophy. The road back will be long, painful, possibly humiliating at times. But if Ajax ever rises again, it won't be because of expensive signings or quick fixes. It will be because the club finally remembers what made it special in the first place. This isn't just the story of Ajax. It's a warning to every historic club that thinks identity is optional in modern football. And if you want more deep dives like this, where football history, tactics, and reality collide, you already know where to be. This is Sportx Radar, and football is always deeper than it looks.